All right, Coach Milky with Hockey Balance here. We're going to analyze a 14 and under hockey player up against Auston Matthews. We're going to compare his shot to the best shooter probably of all time, and we're going to see if we can improve his mechanics. We're going to go right to the analysis, and then we'll come back to the shooting pad and just give him some basic tips to improve his shot. This is going to be for all levels. If you guys are interested in getting your shot done like this, send me your videos, comment below. I'll show you how to do that. All right, so your footwork, Axel. Your feet are too close together and they're sideways. Auston Matthews' feet are really wide and his feet are parallel to the target. His toes are pointing towards the net rather than sideways. This allows Auston Matthews to get his weight on his left side and then kind of rotate in and load that stick and transition onto his right side. This is hard to do on dry land. It's hard to do on ice, but we do want to try and mimic the positions the best that we can. So we got to work on that footwork for you, where you're wider and without stepping through as much. So you over here, we can see how your feet are pretty good right there, and then you step way behind you. Like right there is pretty good, and then you step behind you, and then you're kind of sideways. So I want you to be like that, and rather than step behind, you go from left to right like Matthews. So right now your shot is not very rotational, which is also limited because of your shooting tiles. You have to kind of keep the puck on that shooting pad, and then you kind of just push it through with your bottom hand as you step forward with that right foot. So your shot is very like straightforward towards the net like this, and Auston Matthews is kind of fluid and rotational and smooth. You kind of jump forward, and then you kind of do this big wild step, which puts you out of sequence, and it doesn't allow you to actually load the stick. So you've got to be able to transition your weight from your left side to your right. This is going to allow you to put load in the stick. The other thing, this is all kind of related, all this stuff here, but you can see how wide open your blade is. Auston Matthews has his stick blade really closed, which is allowing him to put leverage in the stick. As soon as that blade gets open, you can't push into the ice. You can't create friction. And you can see right here on the right, Auston Matthews' blade is closed. You can't see the puck. Yours over here is wide open, and we can see the puck, and it's wide open pointing to the left. So I think this is due to you wanting to shoot it high. Kids do this a lot, where even adults, where they want to have the pretty goal and they open the blade. But right now I want you to really work on closing the blade. I want you to shoot it low, and then really feel the puck or the stick load into this left hand. And it's not really as much like a downforce, it's more friction. So cock the left wrist. You kind of get your left wrist in extension, and then as you're doing this, you close that blade down, and then the right hand engages where you have that proper grip, and then as you're transitioning your weight from your left side to your right side, you're kind of pulling with your right hand, this creates blade lag. We're going to show this from another angle here. I want to show Matthews one more time. Weight left, weight right, and then rotates through. And then I want to show you for your shot from the side one more time, where you got the step through, you got no stick flex, and then the stick is kind of straight up and down, and you're kind of lunging forward rather than rotating. So we're going to clear all this up, buddy. We're going to simplify it. All right, Axel, we went over that analysis, and now we're getting right into the mechanics, okay? What can we do to implement some of these modern mechanics of the best players into your own game? So this is going to be hard to do like on a shooting pad. You know, Auston Matthews in those videos, he's on ice, so we're going to do the best that we can. The first thing that we want to do is that base, all right? This is just like the stick handling. The stick handling, you were stick handling with your feet close together. You weren't really engaging your core. So we got to get you wide with the stick, with the base like this. And we don't want you facing this way. When you're skating down, you're going to come like this, bring it back. Your hips are going to more be facing the target. So we got to get you wide, and this is going to allow you to get your weight left and then transfer your weight to your right foot and get a more rotational shot rather than a linear shot. Your shooting pad is holding you back, so I'm excited to hear that you guys got new shooting tiles, so keep me updated on that. But that's another thing, is your shooting pad is over here and your feet are over here, and you can't do a rotational shot because you're limited to your pad. You can just basically push forward. So that's your shot right now, buddy. Your shot is that your feet are too close, you're stepping linear, your blade is going linear. Linear is just like the direction towards the target, okay? hockey's a rotational sport, so we got to get rotation. So your shot is this, stepping forward and then pushing with the bottom hand with your blade wide open. So we got to get you more wide like this. It's okay to step a little bit, but we got to get you wide over here and get you more rotation. See, I could have pulled that in a little bit farther. Let's see, where you're actually transferring from your left and then transferring to your right and then really feeling the stick load right here. So we're going to talk about loading that stick and getting the proper grip and getting some flex in there next. So again, Axel, you're coming here, you're stepping, and then you're coming here, you got no flex in the stick and your blade is wide open, okay? So we got to get you wider with those feet. Okay, it's that set. We've talked about this set before where the stick is close. You're actually pretty good in that position and the weight is on the left side, and then as you transfer your weight and you really feel the stick, so you really need to feel the stick in your hands, like sensory input, where you feel the top hand pulling, you feel the wrist cocking here, and this is the fulcrum. So instead of opening that blade up right here and having no stick lag, you want to imagine that you're flexing, you're breaking the stick, and the blade is staying behind. Okay, the blade is staying behind as you're pulling with this top hand, and you're rotating in, weight into the right foot, rather than stepping, no blade lag, no stick flex, and then kind of pushing with the bottom hand. So from this angle, just do slow reps at first. Try and keep your head up. I mean, I don't do that perfectly either, but get wide over here, weight left, okay? Weight right. As you're cocking this wrist, be intentional with the shot. Feel the blade and the stick flex right here. Okay, Jaden was out here shooting one time. He's my son. And one day the puck was just zipping off his stick. And I was like, what are you doing today? Well, I'm trying to shoot it as hard as I can, Dad. And I was like, okay, well, keep doing that. And that's something a lot of kids and a lot of players, they shoot and they're not being intentional. They're just coming out here and they're just, I'm getting my reps in. But be intentional. Every shot that you take, feel your stomach engage, feel the weight transfer, feel everything kind of release at once. None of this like soft open blade shots like this, but to simplify everything, the shot right now for you that is going to help you the most is weight left, set, transfer to your right, rotational. You don't have to bring it in all the way like Matthews, but right now you're just linear. You're going this way, okay? And you're pushing forward like this and kind of hopping like this, okay? Not as much step, a little bit of step with this right foot's okay, but I want you to think of weight left, transition to your right, and all your body and all your core is rotating through, really almost like you're trying to break that stick ears. So it's going to be like this, head up, okay? And really get into there, pull it, and then load, and then release it towards the target. Okay, from this angle right here, Axel, one of the biggest issues with your shot is this blade getting wide open right here, okay? And you don't have any stick flex, okay? Your shaft is straight up and down, and you're scooping like this. So right now, as you're learning to load the stick and you're learning to pull in and rotate from your left to your right, you know, pulling the puck this way and rotating, rather than just opening the blade and scooping this way, we need to close that blade. And I want you to shoot low right now. I don't want you trying to pick the corners, because what you're going to do is you're going to scoop again. So keep the pucks maybe this high, and I want you to look at the puck flight, okay? Is the puck kind of wobbling like this, or is it spinning and coming fast and quick off your blade? So I want to visually see that puck more like saucing, coming off crisp and not flipping around. So that's going to be one of the most important things for you right now. So let's just wrap this up all right now quick. Okay, so weight left, close the blade, feel the stick in the hands here. It's the hands that are going to load the stick, all right, and the body as well. And then we're going to come here, and rather than just pushing and stepping towards the target, what are we going to do? We're going to close the blade. We're going to transition with the set right here, and then we're going to come and we're going to rotate into this right leg rather than just stepping and pushing like this. So I hope that makes sense. We really want to close the blade right now. That's going to help you almost as much as anything. We want to feel the weight transfer, close the blade, and shoot low. So send me an updated video here shortly. Thanks.